Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the break and continue statements. Friends, we know that the loop statements execute a block until a certain condition is met. Sometimes it is desirable to have an additional control over the loop execution. In such cases, break and continue statements are used. The break statement. The break statement in C programming has the following two uses. When a break statement is encountered inside a loop, the loop is immediately terminated and the program control resumes at the next statement following the loop. It can be used to terminate a case in switch statement. The break statement is used with the if statement, which specifies the condition to terminate the loop. The break statement is placed inside a loop body. Syntax for break statement. We write the break keyword and put the semicolon. Now let us see the flowchart of a loop in which break statement is used. So this diagram shows the flowchart of a loop in which break statement is used. So whenever we enter in a loop, condition of the loop is tested. If condition of the loop is found to be true, then body of the loop is executed. In the body, if condition for break statement is true, then loop is exited. Otherwise, remaining body of the loop is executed and then condition is tested. Again, if condition is found to be true, then again condition for the break is tested. If this condition is found to be true, then loop is exited. Otherwise, remaining body of the loop is executed and when condition is tested. If condition is found to be false, then loop is exited. So in this loop, once condition for the break is satisfied or condition for the break is true, loop is exited. That is, we exit the loop and the statements following the loop, if any, are executed. Now let us try to understand the break statement using some example programs. So in example program, state the output of the following program. So program is given like this one and we have to see what would be the output of this program. So first let us try to understand the program. So first statement hash include stdio.h. So this statement include the standard input output.h header file in our program. Then within open and close brace of the main function, first statement int a equal to 10 defines a integer variable a and also assign or a value of 10 to it. Then we see the while statement. While a less than 10, value of a is 10. Naturally, this condition is true. When condition is true, then we enter the body of the while loop. That is within open and this close brace. So in the body of the while loop, we see that printf value of a colon percentage d. So at this format specifier, what is the value of a that is printed. So value of a colon 10 is printed and then slash n brings the cursor in the beginning of new line. After that one a plus plus, this increases the value of a. Then if a greater than 15. So here we see that a greater than 15, a is 10, so this condition is false. So we exit the if statement and then again we test the condition. So this time as value of a is 11. So 11 is less than 20. So this condition is again true. So we again enter in the body of the while loop. So in the body of the while loop, print f value of a colon. So value of a, that is 11, is gets printed at this point, that is at the place of the format specifier, and slash n bring the cursor in the beginning of the new line, and again value of a is incremented. Then here we find the if statement. So in if statement, if a is greater than 15, so naturally this condition is false. So condition is false means we do not execute the break statement. So control again goes to test the condition. So this process of executing the body of the for loop continues till we get value of a which is greater than 15. So once value of a is greater than value, that is when value of a becomes 16. After printing the value of a 15, after printing the value of a fifth time, that is its value is printed as a 15. So when value of a is 16, naturally a 16 greater than 15. This is the true condition, and when true condition, break statement is executed and control comes out of the break while loop, and out of the while loop here we see the return 0 statement that tells the operating system that program is executed properly. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. Value of a 10, value of a 11, value of a 12, up to value of a 15 gets printed. And once value of a becomes 16, control comes out of the while loop. So in this way we see that once condition in the body of while loop is satisfied for the break statement, then control comes out of the loop. Now let us discuss another example. In this example, we will discuss a program to calculate the sum of maximum of 10 positive numbers. So program is like this one. So in this program again, first statement include the standard input output.h header file in our program. So within open and close brace, first and second statement declares the number of the integer and float variable. So first statement declares the I integer variable, and second statement declares the number sum as a double type variable, and sum is assigned a value of 0.0. Then there is a for loop statement. In for loop statement, I equal to 1. So value of I is initialized to the 1. Then condition is tested. I less than or equal to 10. So first time condition is true. When condition is true, then body of the for loop is executed. So first statement in the body of the for loop is print f enter number dash percentage d. So what is the value of I here? That is value of I is 1. So 1 gets printed at the format specifier percentage d place. So enter number 1 is displayed on the output screen, whereby user enters a number. That number is taken by the scanf function and is stored with the variable number. Then if statement is there, if number is less than 0.0, that is if number is negative, then break statement is executed and control comes out of the for loop. If number is not negative, then next statement of the for loop is executed, that is sum plus equal to number semicolon. Its meaning is that sum equal to sum plus number. So number is added to the previous sum value and assigned to the left side variable sum. Once condition of for loop, that is once value of I becomes equal to 11, then condition becomes false and control comes out of the for loop. Instead, suppose user enters a negative number, then also when condition number is less than 0.0, condition is going to be true, and then with the use of the break statement, control comes out of the for loop. So whenever we want, we can break the control and exit the for loop. So whenever this program is run, we get the output like this one. So first, this message enter a number 1. This message is displayed using the printf statement. And user suppose enters the 2.4. Then this number is taken in and is stored with the variable number. Now next, if number is less than 0.0, naturally 2.4 is not less than 0.0. So if statement is skipped off. And next statement sum plus equal to number, that is sum equal to sum plus number. Initial value of sum is 0.0. So 0.0 plus 2.4. So this sum is added to the left side variable sum. Then value of I is incremented. So this time value becomes equal to 2. Now condition is true. When condition is true, body of the for loop is executed. So second time also a message is displayed. Enter a number 2. Enter a number 2. So second number is to be entered, and when user enters 4.5, this number is taken in and is stored with the variable number. Again, if statement is in the body of the for loop, so if statement, condition in the if statement is tested. Again, as number is 4.5, condition is false. So control comes out of the control. This break statement is not executed. So next statement sum plus equal to number. 4.5 is added to the initial sum, and that addition is assigned to the left side variable sum, and again value of I is incremented. Then again for the value of I equal to 3, condition is true. So again body of the for loop is executed. So again printf statement when run or executed, enter a number 3. So user suppose enters number 3.4. So again this number is not less than 0. So again break statement is not executed. So this 3.4 is added to the previous sum and total sum is assigned to the left side variable sum. After that one, value of I is incremented. So this value becomes 4. So this time 4 less than or equal to 10. Condition is true. Then again control enters in the body of the for loop. So again printf enter a number 4. This message is displayed on the output screen. And suppose this time user enters -3. So when this number is taken in and is stored with the variable number. Now when condition in the if statement is tested, number is less than 0.0. Naturally this condition as number is -3, this condition is going to be true. When condition is true, break statement is executed and control comes out of the for loop statement, and out of the for loop statement print f sum equal to %.2 lf comma sum. Value of this sum, what value of sum that is previously obtained in the body of the for loop is printed at the format specifier %.2 lf. So in this way we get loop is terminated and we get the sum displayed on the output screen. So in this way we see the use of the break statement, because this program, this for loop can add 10 positive numbers. But if we want to terminate the for loop by just adding the 3 number or any number, so we can terminate that program, that for loop, for adding the 3 number, 4 number, 5 number. So that may be maximum of 10 number. So for loop can be terminated at any point. So this program also shows the use of, display the use of the break statement. This program calculates the sum of maximum of 10 numbers. It's because when the user enters negative number, the break statement is executed and loop is terminated. In C programming, break statement is also used with switch case statement. So in switch case statement, we also use the break statement. Just to understand the use of break statement in the switch case statement, let us see this example. Program A, and try to see what would be the output of this program. In this program, within open and close brace of the main function, int a equal to 2. This statement declares integer variable a and it is initialized to a value of 2. Then next one is the switch statement. Switch a. So a is nothing but the 2. So this condition is true. When condition is true, this value is tested with the different list of the cases. So as value of a is 2, case 1, this is not satisfied. Case 2, this value is satisfied. This value 2 is matched with the value written in the switch statement. So when case 2 is satisfied, what is written? Statement written in the case 2 that are going to be executed. So print f statement prints the 2 on the output screen, and then break statement takes the control out of the switch statement. So whenever this program is run, we get the output 2. Now if we see the another program, in this program break is not used. So what would be the output of this program? Here a equal to 2. So case 2, case value 2 is satisfied. So we get 2 is printed on the output screen. But not only 2 is printed, following cases are also statements in the following cases are also printed because control is doesn't comes out of the switch statement. So in this way we see that we get the output like this one, that is not desired output. We wanted only case 2 should be executed, and after printing that one execution, control should come out of the switch statement. So here we find the utility of the break statement. Once we use the break statement in any case value, after execution of that block of the case, control comes out of the switch statement. Now after break statement, let us discuss another control statement like continue statement. Continue statement in C programming works somewhat like the break statement. Instead of forcing termination, it forces the next iteration of the loop to take place, skipping any code in between. How continue statement works with for loop is shown below. So here we are observing a for loop for initialization, condition and update. Then within the body of the for loop, we can use the continue statement just like the break statement with if statement. So whenever continue statement is executed with condition true for the if statement, that is when condition is true for the if statement, continue statement is executed, and this continue statement update the control variable in for loop, and then condition is tested. So even some statements are written in the body of the for loop, that statements are skipped off and iteration is repeated. How continue statement works with the while loop is shown below. So in case of the while loop, whenever condition is satisfied for execution of the continue statement, condition control goes to check the condition of the while loop, skipping if anything is written in the body of the while loop. And once condition is true, then body of the while loop is executed. So continue statement repeat the process once condition is satisfied. How continue statement works with do while loop is shown below. In case of the do while loop, once condition for execution of the continue statement is satisfied, it goes to test the condition, skipping if any statement is written in the body of the do while loop. So in this way we see that whenever continue statement for looping statements are executed, repetition is done. That is, loop is repeated. Syntax of continue statement is like this: continue keyword and then semicolon. Let us see the flow chart of the looping statement in which continue statement is used. So as shown in this flow chart, first looping condition or condition in the looping statement is tested. If this condition is true, then condition of the continue statement is tested. If condition of the continue statement is true, then continue statement is executed and control goes to the condition of the looping statement. Otherwise, if continue statement condition is false, the remaining statements in the body of the loop are executed and then control goes to test the condition. So in the body, when condition for the continue statement is found to be true, then loop is repeated, skipping remaining statements in the body of the looping statement. Let us discuss some example program to understand the use of continue statement. Here we have to discuss a C program to print even numbers between 1 to 20. So a program is like this one. So we will try to discuss how this program, when run, prints the even number between 1 to 20. So as usual, first statement has include stdio.h written with between less than and greater than sign, includes standard input output.h header file in our program. Then within open and close brace of the main function, first statement int num declares integer variable num. Then printf statement prints even number between 1 to 20 colon on the output screen. Then slash n brings the cursor in the beginning of next row after printing this. The next statement is the for statement. So for num equal to 1, num is initialized to a value of 1, then condition is tested. This condition is true for the value of 1. Then control goes to inside the body of the for loop. So in the body of the for loop, if statement is there, if num modulo 2 equal to 1, if number divided by 2, if remainder when number divided by 2 equal 1, that is here test is made, if number is odd, then continue. So first time number is odd because when 1 is divided by 2, we get the remainder as a 1. So 1 equal to 1, condition is true. So if continue statement is executed and control goes to the increment update of the control variable num. So its value is incremented. So its value becomes 2. Then condition is tested. 2 is less than or equal to 20. Condition is true. Then body of the for loop is executed again. So again in the body of the for loop, if num modulo 2 equal to 1. So 2 modulo 2, naturally this is not equal to 1. So continue statement is skipped off. So next statement is print a percentage %d num. Value of variable num, that is 2 gets printed. And slash t move the cursor type position right. After executing the last statement of the body of the for statement, control variable update is done. That is value of num is incremented. This time this value becomes 3. So condition is tested, 3 is less than or equal to 20. Condition is true. Then body of the for loop is again executed. Again in the body of the for loop, if num modulo 2 equal to 1, 3 modulo 2 equal to 1, that is condition is true, then continue statement is executed and control goes to increment the value of num. Now this value becomes 4. So 4 is less than or equal to 20, condition is true. Then again body of the for loop is executed. This time when num is equal to 4, if num modulo 2 equal to 1, naturally this condition is false because num modulo 2 not equal to 1. So control comes out of the if statement, that is continue statement is not executed. Then next statement is the printf statement. So percentage %d value of num, that is 4, gets printed at this format specifier percentage %d, and then cursor is moved type position right by escape sequence character /t, and then control again goes to increment the value of num. This time becomes 5. So in this way we see that by using the num, when there is a odd number, continue statement is executed and control goes to the update of the control variable num. And when condition is, that is number is not odd number, then printf statement is executed and that number is printed on the output screen. So in this way, using the continue statement, we can easily skip odd number from printing on the output. So when program is run, we get the output like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20 gets printed. Let us discuss another example just to understand the use of continue statement. And in this example, we have to discuss a C program to print odd numbers between 1 to 20. So a program is like this one. And in this program, here we are using the while loop statement instead of the for loop statement. So in this program, between open and close brace of the main function, first statement declares integer variable num and initialize it to a value of 1. Then printf statement prints odd numbers between 1 to 20 colon on the output screen, and then /n bring the cursor in the beginning of the next line. Then while statement condition is tested, condition is true for the first time as value of num is 1. When condition is true, control enters in the body of the while loop. So in the body of the while loop, if statement is there. In if statement, condition is num modulo 2 equal to 0. So when value of num is 1, num modulo 2 equal to 0, this condition is false. So what is the body of the if statement? That is skipped off. The next statement, printf statement, prints the value of the num at the place of the format specifier percentage %d on the output screen, and then /t move the cursor type position right. Then value of num is incremented, and after incrementing this value becomes 2. So condition is tested, 2 less than or equal to 20. Condition is true. Then again control enters the body of the while loop. This time condition in the if statement 2 modulo 2 equals to, this condition is true, then body of the if statement is executed. In this body, value of number is incremented. So this value becomes now 3. And then next statement is continue statement. Continue statement takes the control to the check the condition. So condition now here 3 less than or equal to 20. This condition is true. Then control again enters in the body of the while loop. This type condition in the if statement num modulo 2, num equal to 3, 3 modulo 2 equal to 0. This condition is false. So continue statement is skipped off. Out of if statement, print f statement, print the value of num, that is 3, on the output screen, and then /tab move the cursor tab position right on the output screen, and again value of num is incremented. After incrementing this value, condition is tested. This time its value becomes 4. So in this way we see that using the continue statement, we can skip off printing of the of even numbers. So only odd numbers are gets printed on the output screen. So when this program is run, at the output we will see odd numbers between 1 to 20, and these numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7 up to 19. Now in example number 3, we will see the use of continue statement in do while loop. So in this program, C program to print numbers from 0 to 9 except 7. So we have to print numbers from 0 to 9 in which 7 is not present. So a program can be written like this one. And in this program we will see that how continue statement is used to skip printing of 7. So let us try to discuss this program. So within open and close brace of the main function, first statement defines integer variable j and its value is assigned to 0. Then we enter the body of the do while loop. So in the body of the do while loop, if j equal to 7, first time j equal to 7, this condition is false. So control skips if statement, and next statement is the print f statement that print the value of j at the place of the format specifier %d, and then value of j is incremented. So first 0 is printed on the output screen and value of j is incremented. Then condition is tested while j is less than 10. Naturally condition is true. Then we enters again in the body of do while loop. So if j equal to 7, so this condition remains false for the value of j as a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this number gets printed. But when value of j equal to 7, condition becomes true, and when condition is true, then value of j is incremented. This value becomes now 8. The next statement is continue statement. This continue statement takes the control to the condition of the do while statement, skipping remaining statements in the body of the do while loop. So j this time now becomes 8. So j, when value of j is not printed but its value is incremented, so its value becomes now 8. Condition is true. When control goes to inside the body of the do while loop, if condition in the if statement, if j equal to 7, this condition is false. So continue statement is skipped off, and using printf statement, we print the value of j, that is 8, at the output screen, and value of j is incremented. Again, when condition is tested, this value becomes true. So again, control enters in the body of the do while loop. This time also condition in the if statement is false. So control comes out of the if statement, and then value of j, that is 9, gets printed. After printing that value of j is incremented. This value becomes now 10. When condition is tested, this condition found to be wrong, that is false. So control comes out of the do while loop, and next statement out of the do while loop is return 0. That tells the compiler operating system that program is executed properly. So when this program is run, we get the output as a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, skipping 7. So by use of the continue statement, we can skip off 7. So how these continue statements are used in looping statements like for statement, while statement, and do while statement. We have discussed this one. So with this one, break statement and discussion on the break statement and continue statement is complete. So we end our class. Till next class, bye and have a nice day.